Alex Murdaugh was convicted Thursday of gunning down his wife and son after a panel of 12 jurors returned a guilty verdict after less than 3 hours of deliberations. The jury found Murdaugh, verdict guilty of 2 counts each of murder and possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime without posing a single question to the judge while weighing the case. Murdaugh looked shattered as the clerk read the devastating verdict. His only living son, Buster, sat in the gallery, shaking his head in disbelief and wiping his face with his hand. But he did not appear to shed a tear. A handful of spectators heckled Murdaugh as he exited the courthouse. Murdaugh's family, including Buster, was escorted out of the courthouse by a secure exit. Approximately 200 Americans die every day from an opioid-related overdose. In the last year, more than 106,000 Americans, including more than 1,400 West Virginians and 2,750 Hoosiers, died from overdoses related to opioids and synthetic opioids. The start of this epidemic can be traced back 28 years ago with the broad approval of OxyContin. In the years since, the Food and Drug Administration has done very little to learn from their mistakes and change how they approve and manage highly addictive and deadly drugs. Instead of reining in prescriptions opioids, they have approved more powerful and addictive versions. Republican and this Democrat introduce 4 pieces of common sense, bipartisan legislation that will reform the FDA's drug approval processes and reduce opioid-related overdoses, saving American lives. BTS member J-Hope's latest single On the Street is an ode to his artistic roots, drawing a connection between hip-hop and street dance, according to HYBE. That said, it was only fitting that he recruited J. Cole, one of the genre's greats, to assist on taking the record to new heights. The new track opens with dreamy beats as J-Hope's smooth vocals blend seamlessly from the chorus to J. Cole's verse. A lo-fi hip-hop genre combining a soothing melody with J. Cole's signature, groovy rap, On the Street is meant to be a special gift to fans and music listeners as J-Hope prepares to begin his mandatory military service in the coming months. The BTS member participated in both composing and writing the lyrics for the track. As luxury brands continue to court South Korea's booming luxury market, Tiffany Co. has unveiled K-pop star Jimin as its newest brand ambassador. The BTS singer, whose full name is Park Jimin, will appear in his first campaign for the brand this spring, the jeweler said Thursday. The announcement was accompanied by a photo of a shirtless Jimin wearing a black suit and a collection of the brand's lock bracelets. He becomes the second K-pop star to pen a deal with Tiffany Co. in recent years, after Rose from girl group Blackpink was unveiled as a brand ambassador in 2021. 7 passengers on board a Lufthansa flight that encountered severe turbulence over Tennessee were sent to hospitals in the Washington, D.C. area after the plane was diverted to Dulles International Airport. The husband of a woman on the flight said on Twitter that lightning struck the plane and that it fell 1,000 feet. Camila Alves, Matthew McConaughey's wife, said she was on a Lufthansa flight this week that was diverted due to severe turbulence. The Federal Aviation Administration now launched an investigation into what happened on board the Airbus A330 that was flying from Austin, Texas to Frankfurt, Germany on Wednesday night. Mackey joined the band in 1989 when he contributed to their third album, Separations, and later joined the band to play on future works. Pulp, which was formed in Sheffield in 1978 and was known for their hits including Common People and Disco 2000, announced on their Instagram page that the musician died on Thursday. When the band reformed for reunion concerts in October 2022, Mackey announced that he would not be joining Pulp for their upcoming concerts. The sad news comes after his wife, stylist Katie Grand, shared the news on her Instagram, saying that he had been ill for some time. On Steve's Instagram she wrote, "After 3 months in hospital, fighting with all his strength and determination, we are shocked and devastated to have said goodbye to my brilliant, beautiful husband, Steve Mackey." Officials are now investigating what started a massive fire that caused heavy damage at the Veterans United Home Loans Amphitheater in Virginia Beach overnight. According to the Virginia Beach Fire Department, crews responded to the commercial fire in the 3500 block of Cellar Doorway around 1:35 a.m. Friday. When they got to the scene, crews reported seeing heavy fire showing in the rear of the amphitheater. Fire officials added that the damage occurred in the production in the back of the building near the loading dock. One firefighter sustained minor injuries and was sent to a local hospital for treatment. The fire was under control around 2:50 a.m. A high-speed bullet train connecting Southern California to Las Vegas is one step closer to reality after a landmark deal was inked with several craft rail unions that will enable construction for the historic project to begin this year. Brightline, which is reportedly the only private rail company in the U.S., is on track to connect Las Vegas to Los Angeles with a new 218-mile rail system linking stations at the Las Vegas Strip, Apple Valley, Hesperia, and Rancho Cucamonga within the I-15 right-of-way with trains capable of speeds of 200 miles per hour. The company recently announced the memorandum with the High Speed Rail Labor Coalition, which includes 13 rail unions representing more than 160,000 freight, regional, commuter and passenger railroad workers. Police in Arkansas made 13 arrests at a high school after several fights broke out on Thursday, which led to property damage. The Little Rock Police Department said that officers were called to Hallstein Magnet High School on Thursday afternoon at 12:28 p.m. in response to a disturbance call. When officers arrived, several fights were in progress which resulted in property damage. As a result of the fights, 12 people were arrested for disorderly conduct and one felony arrest was made for inciting a riot. Police say one person was taken to a local hospital for minor injuries. Wild footage has been released of a car involved in a police chase losing control and crashing into a building, causing the structure to partially collapse and leaving one pedestrian dead. Several others were injured in the February 8 incident in Baltimore, Maryland. The Baltimore Police Department said a pedestrian was transported to Johns Hopkins Hospital in critical condition after a car crashed into a house on East North Avenue and North Wolf Street. Videos taken at the scene showed more than 40 firefighters, emergency personnel, and at least 4 fire trucks assisting to clear